And we have the men's minus 58 kilogram. There it is on your screen. Quarterfinals and semi-finals. And we've got about 4 minutes to go. We say, right, let's go to the computer and see how many close misses they have. Well, here we go. It's another minus 49 kilogram contest for women. And we've just seen one world number 2 depart. We're going to now see the world number 2 in the women's minus 49 kilogram category.
Yasmina on the way in here. Fantastic fighter. She's won so many of the open competitions. And indeed a silver in the Europeans last year in Baku.
This is going to be a good bout, yes. She took a silver in the Europeans, took a silver back in 2010. But Ivett Gonda is certainly no pushover. I certainly have seen her on the World Tour quite a few times. This girl can fight, and she will be a real hard challenge. She's world rank number 20, as opposed to Aziez's world rank number 2. Gonda has been around a lot, 29 years old. She actually won a gold at the Pan American Games.
She did. She used to fight for Canada.
Yeah.
She used to be a Canadian athlete, double Olympian for Canada.
And she was 5th in the Olympic Games in Athens. So close to a medal there. She has been around a long, long time. And I'm sure both of them will have seen the earlier bout where the world number 1, Lucia Zaninovic, went out, which is really going to open things up.
Yep, the door's open for both of them now. This is a real chance to stake a claim. Points on the road to Rio, and also internal ranking points, because they have to secure their berth for their national team as well. So as this one gets underway in the first, Hungary against France, Aziez against Gonda.
And they start fairly hectically as well. They've actually fought each other twice on the World Grand Prix circuit. We don't get a lot of head-to-heads on Taekwondo. They don't seem to keep that information. But
just
fortunately...
kicks to the head only, no head-to-heads.
Yes. At the Taekwondo Grand Prix Manchester 2014, Gonda won in the semi-final by 2 points to 0. And in Taekwondo Grand Prix in Suju 2014, it was Aziez that won in the semi-final by 4 to 3. So they have had 2 meetings. The Grand Prix is the very top echelon of Taekwondo tournaments. There's only 4 or 5 of them each year, and all the best athletes come to it. So the fact that these two have fought in 2 semi-finals, this might be a quarter-final, but at Grand Prix level, which includes everybody from Korea, China, the whole world, this has been a semi-final. So actually this is, you know, this should be a later round of the competition, to be honest. This is how the draws come.
No, of course, and the French team had a wonderful training camp before with the Greece national team, just to make sure they were ready, and very similar athletes. And that actually does give you a lot of intel on the way in, because Ivett Gonda and Aziez, they know each other well. That's why, in fact, Gonda usually fights with the other foot in front. She's changed stance here, she's changed stance on that one, but she knows the weapons that Aziez have. If you've shared the mat with someone, you've been in the ring with them, you know that you've got to be aware of their weapons.
Yeah.
And that is probably conducive to this stalemate here.
That's fascinating to hear, John, and that's something that you know, I think we don't appreciate at home as well. That, you know, these athletes, you know, they had 2 big fights in 2014. There was 1 win apiece, but they'll have taken that into their database, and they'll have worked out that, you know, in the second meeting, Aziez won, but Gonda will have said, well, next time I'm fighting her, maybe they have a little black book or something. They just make notes in it.
Well, you're showing your age here, Adrian. This is the thing. They've moved on, they've got technology, they've got analysis, but not much to analyse there. 0-0 at the end of that one.
They pretty much blanked each other out there, and maybe that is part of the tactic for Gonda. Maybe it's something that is in her game plan. John, you've coached top athletes. You know, is that something that's a valid game plan?
There's no question about it. I'm going to try and have a listen here. Hungarians let me down. No, one of the things with Toth Ballers, the Hungarian coach, used to compete in the same category as I did, so I know him well, good fighter. But one of the things, the key with Aziez, Miriam Bavarel, her coach, Olympic silver medalist. Listen. It's fine what you're doing.
Il y a eu une occasion, donc c'était la première. Tu l'as vu le moment, donc c'est très bien. Et c'est ça.
If you use the first, then you've got to be aware that she's coming in for the second into that close distance. The tactic that Gonda is trying to, from my point of view, Aziez struggles for the weight. So down the stretch, she starts to gas, she gets a little bit tired. So it's trying to drag her out, trying to get her into deep water and give her something to think about. Because she's so tall, it's not easy to make that weight.
Yeah. Well, that's fascinating that your part-time job at the UN as a translator's standing in good stead here.
Thank you very much. If this doesn't work out...
Well, still pretty much the same. One of those. We've seen lots of high-intensity action, but you say that interesting from a French coach then during that tour that she was talking more defensively and sort of, you know, rather than on the attacking. And I suppose that does happen at times that, you know, you're a little bit more wary of your opponent. She knows that Gonda can beat her.
Exactly. She knows that Gonda can beat her for fitness. She knows that Gonda can beat her for tempo and ferocity. Miriam Bavarel, as I said, Olympic silver medalist in Athens, was a very patient fighter. And Aziez has to ration out that energy. She's got to keep the distance, keep the game long, bring the Hungarian fighter in towards her and then pick her off on the way in. But yep. Gonda, well, as you said, Adrian, very experienced. She's wise for that one.
Still no score. And I don't think there's been a real opportunity for score. They're well away from the pads here.
Well, if you look at Gonda as well, she's using her front hand as well as a barometer to gauge the distance. She's keeping it out there, almost in the face of the French fighter to give her some sort of consternation and confusion, and it's working. It's killing the clock. It's not doing much on the scoreboard.
But this is a very valid tactic. There's more than one way to win in this sport. And Gonda has definitely decided that she's going to go in for the long haul here. And she may even want to take this into a golden point. At the moment, there's not a lot of action going on.
Well, this could be a Kyungo match at the moment. Neither committing. Of course, Kyungo's, as you've said, Adrian, the deductions.
Yeah.
But a bit of passivity has been let go by the referee.
Yes, passivity is where, you know, where the referee can just come in, and quite often in these situations, you'll see him give a Kyungo to both athletes and say, come on, get your act together. We've come here to see a fight. This is not what you might call real Taekwondo. You know, this is where it's got a bit tactical. Let's have a listen.
D'un moment donné, elle va vouloir changer pour pouvoir justement, tu vois, elle compte beaucoup sur son pied arrière. Là, c'est exactement dans la config où à un moment, elle va basculer sur le pied arrière. Laisse la distance de loin. Impérativement, tu laisses la...
Keep it at the long distance. It's better for the recuperation, and that's what's causing the problems. So, you know, the French team quite happy with the way things are. You can see Ivett Gonda so experienced. She's happy to hang on in there, and as you'd mentioned, Adrian, about those head-to-heads, you know, it's 3 2-minute rounds. They've already had those 2 matches together. They've shared a lot of minutes, so they know they don't need to make any mistakes. So they're reading each other's intentions, and this is one for the purists in terms of Taekwondo. We're looking for action. We want kicking and punching, but these female fighters, they're here to win.
Yes. Our referee, Mohammed Fawad Ati from Sweden. And just interesting, like, looking at those head-to-heads, you know, I know we don't know the style of the fight. You know, I saw both of them live. In fact, you'd have seen the one in Manchester as well, John. And you know, I don't actually remember them, but just looking at the scoreline, the one that Aziez won was 4-3.
Yep.
The one that Gonda won was 2-0. That suggests the style was probably more like this, with Gonda trying to spoil and trying to close it down, and then nicking a couple of points late on.
Yep. I've actually, Laura Sweeney from Scotland, I've coached her. She fought against Aziez in the French Open, Dutch Open 3 or 4 years ago, and the noticeable feature of Aziez is that down the stretch she does struggle for the weight. So if you can put pressure on her, then that's what you want to do. But Aziez is wise to that, Bavarel is wise to that. Keep it at long distance, bring Gonda in.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We're going into the final minute. It's been a little bit of a breather for the crowd. I think they're all taking a little bit of a brain break on this and not appreciating the tactic being used. But we do have the world number 2 against the world number 10, and it has gone extremely tactical here. Nothing scored.
As we've seen so far, Adrian, it changes in a second. This is the nature of the sport. just need to flick one shot in and you've won.
Oh, and how many bouts have we seen like this, John?
Exactly.
When it's gone so quiet and then suddenly with 20 seconds to go, it's like it turns into a street fight.
Exactly.
And here we go. You just feel there's a little bit of a coil there that Gonda's just starting to wind up. She knows 1 point will do it. 15 seconds on the clock. Still, Gonda not cracking. Aziez waiting. And they may have to go to there's the attempt. Oh my goodness.
There.
I think that's the first time Gonda tried that in the whole match. Now she goes for the head kick. Well, we will go to a golden point after all. And isn't it incredible? She saved herself for 5 minutes and 50 seconds and then said, right, I'm coming in with the kick. And to be honest, that was so close to scoring. You felt it.
Absolutely, you could hear it. You could hear it in the back of the hall here in the Crystal Hall Arena in Baku at the first ever European Games. It was a perfect shot to try and take that right leg turning kick. She smacked it against the body armour, but it's about that time and that precision. And the block there, it was just too much.
Yeah.
Et après, changement et pied arrière vers l'arrière, mais de ta, tu sais, le fermé. Pied arrière fermé. Ouais. Jambe gauche devant. Ouais. Donc en fait, tu joues jambe avant, tu fais un pit en compte là, un peu comme ça. Et là, le pit arrière, mais même si t'es loin et que tu touches pas, tu vas te retrouver à droite, donc c'est bon. Et si elle s'empale.
You can use the right leg long if you want. And also you can change stance on the inside.
Well, fascinating, but now it's down to golden point. There is going to be, it's the first one to score. They've got 2 minutes. And Gonda already coming out a little bit more feisty now.
Well, they have to commit to this here. As you mentioned before, Adrian, if they get their foot on the protector consistently, it will register on the computer. And that could be what would be required here, but they want to take that out of the hands of the technology and get this on here.
Absolutely, John. So we're now in the zone that Gonda maybe isn't too unhappy if she doesn't score. Oh, that looked like it could have done, but it is a collection of now trying to collect some points towards the computer score behind the scenes, of which neither athlete will have a clue really, apart from what's been happening in the fight. Gonda tries to come in with the kick underneath.
Well, they're in that closed stance that Fairmay, they were saying, get into the closed stance. So they both have the opposite foot in front there, just trying to cause some difficulty there. Good front leg pop out there from the Hungarian, tries with a hook kick. Yep. It's anyone's game here.
Well, I've never seen a game go down to the computer system. Has always been decided on sudden death. It looks like Gonda is comfortable. She scored a few points there early on. She's obviously very wary of Aziez.
Well, Aziez is also playing very long. She's staying back. She's kept at least 1.5 meters between her and her opponent at all times because she's got the longer legs.
Yeah. Well, 30 seconds to go, and now it's down to the coaches. An attempted punch from Gonda. And there's the big punch comes in, and she scored it! Unbelievably, the big punch comes in, and well, John, the punch certainly is important in today's game of Taekwondo because it just booked Ivett Gonda a place in the semi-final.
Pure experience, and the quality told in the end there. Aziez just couldn't quite get her distance right, couldn't get her foot on the protector at all, but this young lady here, Ivett Gonda, she marches on. A great win by Golden Point, Adrian.
Incredible. And the world number 2 has gone out of this competition as well at the quarterfinal stage. We've lost the world number 1 and the world number 2. There's the punch. And, well, you saw the little blue... In fact, you look at the screen in the corner here. 2 blue marks come up. 2 out of 3 is all that's needed. Ivett Gonda books her place in the semi-final, much to the